Hi, and welcome to my screencast on 8 tips to support ELLs in an online classroom. I'm here to share some teaching strategies that will help teachers of online classrooms support their ELL students. ELL is an acronym for English Language Learner and refers to a student whose first language is not English and is in some stage of second language acquisition. Educators used to use the term ESL for these students. There are currently around 5 million students in the United States who are English language learners. Most ELLs are integrated into mainstream classrooms within a year, well before their English language skills would be considered proficient. Yet, many classroom teachers have little to no training in the most effective methods for working with English language learners. Here's a typical scenario for a teacher. You are a teacher who has a new student in their class who speaks no English. The student is learning English and is called ELL. The student's family has moved to your town from a country far away, and the student is dealing with new customs, new culture, and a new school. The student might spend time in a high-intensity, full-day English program or in an ELL class run by an ELL specialist. How can you support this student to succeed when they barely understand you? And now, due to the coronavirus, classes have switched to online learning. Here are 8 tips for teachers to support English language learners in an online classroom. Tip number 1. Create an open and friendly environment. Use open and friendly body language on your classroom Zoom video. Learn about the ELL student's country of origin and culture. Learn and use a few new words in the ELL's native language. Follow a regular routine and posted schedule. Model risk-taking and have fun with the students. And don't forget to smile. Tip number 2. Pair ELLs with a partner. Ideally, find a partner who speaks the same language and try holding partner Zoom meetings. During a lesson, utilize partner talk, where students explain the new learning to their partner. Allow new ELLs to speak with other students in their native language. Tip number 3. Honor the silent period. New ELLs will have a silent period. Don't force them to talk if they don't want to. Use total physical response, TPR, methods where ELLs listen and respond with whole body actions. Use pattern language and repetition. Ask students to echo back a word or phrase, like a choral response. Respect an ELL's speech, accent, and mispronunciation, and listen to the content of the communication. Now let's look at a video where a dramatic teacher uses TPR and repetition with her ELL students.
Hands on your head, hands on your shoulders, hands on your head, hands on your shoulders, hands on your head, hands on your lap, eyes all the way over here.
Tip number 4. Create vocabulary word walls. Create lists and charts of key vocabulary words and phrases that can be referenced ongoing and can be accessed by the student from home on their learning management system. Add illustrations to the word list if at all possible. Directly teach certain essential vocabulary words. Tip number 5. Use sentence frames. Give students sentence frames or templates to practice speaking academic language. Post question and answer sentence frames so ELLs can refer to them during discussions. Use these sentence frames consistently and across subject areas.
So one quick thing to do is, as students are partnered with each other, you can just have it just a regular manila folder and a tent, and you put them between each other, and you have sentence starters on each side. Maybe their vocabulary words on each side. And then that holds kids to using those words that they see right in front of them. And they can start their sentence with, well, why did you think that? Or I feel, or my opinion is. And maybe even have some of your key vocabulary words on that folder, and that keeps kids engaged in that conversation.
In my opinion, I think that she's gonna have a great time in the school because she's smart and she knows what she's doing.
Tip number 6, use visuals. Remember, a picture is worth 1,000 words and is especially important to a student learning a second language. Use visual maps and diagrams and pictures for big concepts. Write out basic instructions on the board and avoid giving instructions in the air. Model the steps of a process and show the students a sample finished product during the lesson. Tip number 7, use manipulatives. You're going to need to use manipulatives during your lessons to construct physical models of abstract ideas. During COVID, send or deliver a package of manipulatives to students so they can solve problems at home on their own. Manipulatives make learning more interesting. Tip number 8, modify teacher talk and wait time. Speak slowly and use clear articulation. Use visuals, gestures, intonation, and other nonverbal cues to make language and content more accessible. Use a variety of words for the same idea. Repeat the sentence so that students understand by using the same themes or words. Be dramatic by exaggerating intonation and stressing important words. And allow ample wait time for ELL students to respond to a question. Good luck supporting ELLs in your online classroom.